is Europeans poorer than Americans? The comparison of wealth between Europeans and Americans is complex, and it is inaccurate to say that Europeans are always poorer than Americans. Both regions have unique economics, varying levels of life, and distinct social structures that influence income distribution. Although income in the United States is higher, it is incorrect to argue that this makes Americans richer. After income, you must pay substantially higher real estate taxes and health insurance premiums in the United States, which already have a significant impact on your cash account. On top of that, going to a doctor or hospital in the United States is far more expensive, as is education and nursery. In the United States, you have to pay more for housing or a car to commute, whereas in the European Union, you may comfortably live in the suburbs and take advantage of economical public transport. But some people used to think like America is richer than Europe. Technically, this is not true. There are some reasons for this disparity. Here are some reasons that contribute to the wealth disparity between Europeans and Americans. First one is economic structure. Economic structures in Europe and the United States differ greatly. Europe often has more extensive welfare systems, higher taxes, and better social safety nets, which can help to divide income more equitably, but may also have an influence on economic growth and personal wealth creation. In contrast, the United States has a more market-driven economy with lower taxes and less social safety programs, which can result in greater income inequality but potentially higher levels of wealth creation for some individuals. Income disparity. Many European countries have lower income disparity than the United States. While this suggests that Europeans are not as wealthy on average, it also implies that wealth is more evenly distributed across Europe's population, resulting in a less wealth gap between the richest and poorest inhabitants. Education and skills. Educational attainment and skill levels have a substantial impact on earnings potential and wealth growth. European countries frequently have strong educational systems and prioritize access to higher education, which can lead to a more competent workforce and increased productivity. However, the United States also has great colleges and a strong higher education system, which can result in high levels of innovation and wealth creation in specific industries. Healthcare and social services. Access to healthcare and social services can have an impact on both personal wealth and economic stability. European countries often have universal healthcare systems and more extensive social services, which can alleviate financial constraints on people and families while improving overall well-being. In the United States, healthcare costs can be a considerable financial burden for individuals and families, limiting their capacity to generate wealth. Next one is wealth measurement. How wealth is measured and reported varies by country, influencing comparison between Europeans and Americans. The cost of living, house prices, and currency exchange rates can all have an impact on people's views of wealth and living standards. When comparing European and American wealth, these and other aspects must be taken into account. You can have high income but spend too much. Therefore, you never actually build wealth in the United States. While there are differences in wealth levels and distribution between the two regions, broad generalization about either group's economic conditions are inaccurate without taking into account the nuance of each country's economic and social structure.